we know more about what customers' pains are right now because there are universal ones. People are concerned about a lot of the same things, right? Health and finances and things like that. In a way, we know more now about the pains that people are going through and how our products can be contextual inside of that than we do in a normal way. And we certainly have maybe even more openness for people to share that. What do you think?
It really comes down to three core things that I think the two of you have touched upon. It's people first, then product, then revenue. So when I think around the brands that I work with and we're coming up with content and content strategy, it goes back to your mission statement, which is really about the people in some ways in your company, because you're thinking about what is our mantra, what do we do here as a team? Thinking about people first, then product, then revenue. Because if you have great customers or great employees, because to me, your employees are also part of your customers because they're buying into your company culture. So if you're thinking about them in that regard and you're taking care of them, the products that people buy or produce are going to be amazing and the revenue will come. I think that just given the current landscape, messaging is just so important to optimize for customers because we're receiving so many messages that make no sense. I mean, you touched upon it earlier. It's like these COVID emails that are essentially legal disclaimers. I would prefer to hear from brands saying like, we're here, we support you, we are ready and willing and able to ship product. And by the way, we're donating X amount of dollars to charity as part of this, what's going on in the marketplace. And I think of B2B and B2C brands. I'll give you two B2C examples that I think are amazing. One is a clothing designer by the name of Christian Siriano. And Christian started out on a reality show called Project Runway, and he won this contest. And then he's really an amazing designer based in New York City. And Governor Cuomo was complaining that, New York City and New York State does not have enough supplies. So Christian and his staff took on making hundreds of masks a day during this pandemic. And Christian's brand, he sells dresses for the Emmys and Oscars that are tens of thousands of dollars. And to have his production staff come in and risk their lives to make masks for the community is tremendous. And I think that is a great example of a brand taking a very humanistic and authentic approach to how they're currently dealing with the landscape and the marketplace. And it's also great for PR. I mean, it's like none of us want to be thinking about promotion, but this was a very organic way that he has supported the situation, which in turn has helped his brand. Another one that I think of too is we talked about a little bit earlier on this, prior to this call, about public service announcements. And Nike has done a great job of that, like play inside, play for the world, like now's your chance to be a part of this huge team. So it really all comes back to people. And I think that's the most important thing that I can express to all brands at this time is we will have product to sell and we have product to sell and things will go back to normal, but now is the time to really narrow in that message and be very compassionate and authentic.
For more information and ways we can help your business, head over to Metacake.com. Thanks, and never stop growing.